Hey, I'm Chrono Garuda, and today we're taking a look at the Figma Samus Aran Dread version. Start things off with packaging. You got this black sleeve that covers the box. It looks really nice. You got this nice little photo of the figure in a pose. It tells you it's a Figma figure, Metroid-Dread. Something I can't really read right here. I don't know what that says. Presumably it says ages 15 up, but I'm not sure, just a guess. I like how they have this little metallic little stripe here, just a Samus Aran Dread version, like this metallic finish. It kind of looks like the blue on her suit. That's kind of cool. It just tells you right here it's an official Nintendo product. And when you take out a sleeve, you got the main packaging here itself. You got everything wrapped in little baggies, and shows you a picture of Samus right there. Figma, Metroid-Dread. Tells you once again it's an official Nintendo product. On the side, another photo. On the top, another cool pose. Apparently, it's product number 583. Kind of makes me think of Lego a little bit. Once again, Metroid-Dread. On the back, it just shows you everything that the figure does and everything. And you got a bunch of warning labels. And strangely, I don't see a sad Pac-Man on here. I guess that's a Bandai thing, not Good Smile Company, but that's about it. I just love all the crazy stuff that's included in here. Got that Mega Cannon, the Morph Ball, and a thing that Samus sticks and climbs on in the game every now and then. That's always kind of cool. And it even comes with a stand, it appears. Or actually, I don't know if it does come with a stand, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't come with a stand. I'm not too sure. This is my first Figma figure, so I don't know much about this company other than they make very nice but expensive figures, but very high hopes that this figure will not disappoint. And now let's get this figure open up and let's see how awesome she truly is. And here we have our favorite intergalactic bounty hunter out of the packaging, and I've got to say this figure is remarkable. I mean, the painting, the sculpting, and the overall feel, and the articulation, and accessories, it's just, this figure is just really overwhelming to me, because I've handled some of the Hasbro 6-inch figures, like the Black Series, and the Marvel Legends, and all that, and I even have some SH Figuarts, but none of them compare to the quality of this figure. It's just so awesome. And I just love Metroid as a game series. Like, it's my favorite Nintendo gaming franchise. And I just love Samus so much. She's such an awesome bounty hunter. She's like Nintendo's Batman because she had a tragic backstory with her parents being murdered, and she fights for vengeance and has this crazy armor and a vehicle themed after her armor. Basically, I'm telling you, she's basically Nintendo's Batman. Some people think it's Link, but no. She's Nintendo's Batman. Anyway, taking a closer look at her, you got this really awesome metallic paint job that they gave her. She just looks really nice. You can't really see her eyes, the helmet, visor, but that's okay. I always find it interesting that a lot of the suits that Samus wears throughout her adventures, like especially here, you can kind of see what looks like metallic muscle tones and everything, like meat. It's like, according to Metroid lore, the Chozo armor is like biomechanical or something. The power suit's like biomechanical, so it's like an organic machine almost. And it also has some supernatural abilities too. But yeah, this figure's just really cool. I love how like this little green circle thing here, and it's also in one underneath here. I don't know why, I just really think of Tony Stark's repulsor rays. That's what comes to mind, but she doesn't have repulsor rays from here. Everything comes from her cannon. And the cannon is very nice. Got a little yellow painted hole in there. That's nice. Nice paint apps here, and here, and all around it. I actually did find some very minor QC issues to this figure. It's not that noticeable unless I tell you. But right around here, you probably won't even see it on camera, but there's like a little bit of white on this little area here, and like, again, hard to see on camera, almost impossible unless I told you, but there's a very tiny speck of blue in this area here, so, but again, not that noticeable. And this figure, I'll say it again, but it's just very awesome. It's very overwhelming in terms of its quality and everything, but it's just really cool. And look at this, like, you got all this little stuff here, part of her suit, and they actually have one of them disguised as the hole you can plug in the stand, and the stand was included. And you bend her down, you can see more of this. Like, again, keep in mind, this is my first Figma figure, and this has left a very good impression on me. Got some more detailing here on her back, and these little thrusters. how it looks back here, and these are on its own little pieces here a little bit. Actually, no, yes, they are on their own separate piece and can move there. Yeah, we'll get into articulation. This figure is insanely articulated, as I hoped. And yeah, just really, really cool. Just get it here. There we go. And for accessories, you get quite a few. For starters, they actually included a sandwich baggie, and I put some of the accessories in there, some hands, little bits and pieces we'll look into one by one. You do get the stand. I mean, she can stand well on here on her own, but like some of the figure arts I've owned really struggle with standing, and they'll just fall over, especially on a soft surface like this cloth here. Like that SH Figure Arts Ultimate Trigger figure I reviewed a while back. His feet were sculpted strangely and couldn't stand properly, and didn't even come to stand, but this figure does. So I could just plug her right into here carefully. I'm going to do a bunch of aerial poses and all that, so I can have her up in the air, like, I don't even know, like, I don't know, just messing around with the figure, but we'll just put it aside for now. So our first accessory here is a relaxed hand, and what's a little interesting about this accessory is that there's a little plug-in, a clear plug that you just stick that will stuck in there as soon as I open it up. And I guess the idea is to prevent this from warping, like the inside of the joint warping, but you can just remove that. And you take Samus and you just gently replace this hand. Oh, the whole joint came off. Oh, that's not good. But yeah, sometimes that happens with this figure, is that there's like a little thing that attaches to it, like slightly different from how a Black Series or Marvel Legends would work, but it keeps coming off. But we'll just see if I can get this out of here. Okay, I think I figured it out, but you're supposed to remove these, and there's only two of these, and one of them was actually separate in the little baggie, but it's really hard to get off on camera. But like sometimes if you like dig your nail deep in there and just tug on it, it'll come out. But I got this relaxed hand and this open hand. I don't think I'll really use the fist too much because I want Samus to place her hand on the cannon or something, so I'll probably just keep these in here. But anyway, I can attach it on like so. So got her hand out open like this so she can wave, or put her hand on the cannon to just shoot stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then you got that other hand, which is a more relaxed one. And you just put her on, and she just looks like she's just chilling. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll just keep this hand on here just for now. And just straighten her out. It's a really cool figure. Anyway, just here. Our next accessory is the Morph Ball. And I just find this really amusing how Samus just curls up with the ball. Usually when there's a Samus action figure like made by some kind of toy company that includes Samus herself and a Morph Ball separately. But you know what I like to see in a future Samus figure? How about a figure where she has her suit on and her armor, and then it can transform into this? Like, I think that'd be really cool, but I don't know how they'd be able to pull it off, but I think that would just be insane. The Morph Ball does have a little hole, so you can put it into the stand like this, so it could just be rolling around. You can have it like that or something, but yeah, it's a thing you can do. Alright, just give this out. Moving on. You also get the Omega Cannon. Now, this is a really beautifully painted little accessory. This is a somewhat of an upgrade that you can get throughout Metroid-Dread, where you temporarily unlock this weapon and can use it to take down the enemy robots that are hunting you down. But unlike the in-game Omega Cannon, this thing cannot close up and everything. It just has to stay open like this. There's no way it can close up. That would be kind of cool. Maybe make it a separate cannon accessory. Anyway, like the hands, it has a little plug to prevent warping. You just take that out. You get Samus's arm cannon, and you pop it off, and you stick this in. I'm always kind of more cautious with this, because I feel like this is delicate and these can snap off if you're not careful. So just get that in there, get it in there. I'm kind of scared, I'm telling you, it's really scary. But, let's see. I don't want to break this, but like, yeah, this gives me a lot of anxiety, but Eventually, you push hard enough. There you go. You got Samus third Omega cannon ready to blast some Emmys. So that's pretty cool. Camera like that. So that's pretty awesome. Now, you do get a few additional accessories like this little clear piece. I guess supposed to stick onto the stand. I'm not sure what the true purpose of it is. The instructions had very little mention of this. And now here's where things get really amusing for me. You get this little plate with a hand and a foot sculpted on there with little pegs you can peg onto. And underneath here is a magnet. So in theory, you can like stick this onto your refrigerator or something and make it look like Samus is sticking on there. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, just to get this tested out, first let's remove this Omega cannon. Let's give her regular cannon back. Oh, there it is. Let's give it back to her. Let's see, let's get that in there. There you go. Now, according to the instructions, let's see. Let's show you real quick. You're supposed to pop off that hand and pop off that foot, and you just connect it onto there. So I'm gonna just take a break and get that adjusted and see how that looks. And here's Samus sticking on my refrigerator door, and I just think this is so cool. They didn't have to really include this, but it's an awesome little bonus accessory. Just so cool. And the best part is it's a very strong magnet, and the figure sticks onto the sculpted hand and foot pretty well. If I were to just open the door and close it, like it stays in place pretty well, and that's just really, really cool. That's pretty much it for the accessories. And so far, this figure has been absolutely mind-blowing. But now, it's time for the articulation! Ball joint at the head, ball joint at the arms. The shoulder pads have their own little joints that can move around. Bicep swivel, double bend at the arm. The hands can rotate and move around. The arm can has a slight swivel. Butterfly joint. Ball joint at the top half, ball joint at the bottom half, ball joints at the legs, thigh swivel that are really tight, double bend at the knee, ball joint and ankle pivot, and some toe, and these little pieces can go up and down. So look at these pieces here, and you can do a spread about this much. Overall, the posability on this figure is absolutely amazing. You can put Samus in all kinds of crazy and dynamic poses, almost has no limits. And now for some size comparisons, here are some figures that you may have. Here is the McFarlane DC Multiverse White Knight Batman, SH Figuarts Ultraman Trigger Multi-Type, the Soul Chogokin Daltanius, and the Black Series Darth Nihilus. So there you have my review on the Figma Samus Aran Dread version. I'm just so overwhelmed by how awesome this figure is. I almost feel like I don't even deserve it despite being a huge Metroid fan. Now, I'm going to give this figure a 4.5 out of 5 because I think it's absolutely amazing. However, some of the accessories I have some minor gripes with, most notably the method of swapping the hands and how tight they are. And I heard that they're going to actually make a Figma Emmy figure. That would be really cool, but I really think they should make a Figma Ravenbeak to go with this Samus figure. That would just be sick. Now, what are your thoughts on this figure? Do you plan on getting it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.